Okay, guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, and I wanted to kind of give you guys, there's been a lot of questions about things, and I've asked a lot of questions, and I think I've discovered some things, so I wanted to let you guys know. So, for those of you building the Robbies, 3D printed Robbies out there, the way that the, I don't know, you'd call it hips, waist kind of thing, fits over the internal area. So this would be like the panels. So you see the bottom part of the foot right there, and you can actually see the track where that actually slides into the reset of the next leg piece. And right here, these are the plates here that show up on his underbelly. And these are the plates that move in and out like this. I have a question about that, of course, because I've been watching the video constantly from the movie, and I don't believe that there are plates there. I believe that there are like fabric, because it does not move the same way a plate does. I've been playing with movement of the plates and paying attention to how the plates move in and out, and they don't move the same. So it makes me wonder if, like in the photos, when they take pictures of them, it's a plate they throw over the top of it, but the realistic movement is different, and it's really obvious to me that it's different. And at that time, they would have had a fabric like maybe like neoprene, or maybe a spandexy kind of stretchable material. I don't know, but if you watch it really, really close, you can tell the lighting from the lights that are used for the filming, that they don't come even close to that area. They leave it dark on purpose, and I think it's because there's fabric that's moving in and out, and not actual plates. I can't say for sure, but I've looked at it about 100 times, and it just looks that way. Plus, also, when I've slid this inside, it does move, but it doesn't move the same way. And I'm just basically just experimenting right now. So the way this thing fits, for those of you who don't know, this is the piece here that the hinges sit on. This actually slides down over. Now there's a trick to it. Believe me, I don't think I can do it right in front of you. But let's just say this slides down over the top, and there definitely is a trick to getting it in. Let me get this over here for you. So this area here, right here, actually sits in here. So this slides inside of here, exposing these plates here to this area down here. And the same thing for the right side, but I'm just showing you the left side right now. So right where that big gap is right there, that's where these plates sit. So again, like I said, this slides over the top of this, or this slides inside of this, however way you want to do it. I think the way I got it to work is I had to slide this up inside. And again, this big gigantic area here is covered by this area here. And the hinge itself, which is right here, that then goes over here, but you will see there's like a rectangle piece here. That's where this slides into. So this actually slides right into that. And as you can see, the contour just goes right along the leg like that. And this sits right in the center of where that would be, okay? You can also see that there's 4 holes in here and 4 holes in there. The way I'm gonna do it is, I'm gonna take these and drill them all the way through and run bolts on the inside. And then that will then be bolted from the inside in here. I'll drill some holes that'll fit in there. And I'm gonna have to cut some of these bracing back too, because if I'm gonna wear this, these things pinch into your skin. Now, I'm not a small person. I'm a pretty muscular guy, up on top especially, so the torso won't, I'll be able to support that with no problem whatsoever. But this thing, these little ribs here, they bite into your legs and stuff, and that's not fun. So if I'm gonna wear this, I need to figure a way to be able to cut those back as close as I can and still have the bracing on the inside of it. Another thing too is where this sits down in here, I had to cut the rib piece, the piece that comes across like this, the crotch piece, from both sides, or I couldn't get this on top. And then that forms this piece right here. So this actually will sit like this, like that. And that will hold in the plates. And on the inside here is where I'm gonna put the H channel, and I'm gonna use Teflon to make the channels out of. So the channels can't be rigid. They have to be flexible. So I'm going to probably get a nylon channel, and then I'm just going to use a piece of Teflon strip on the inside of it so that it has a really nice smooth action. Again, I don't think the original were plates, but I'm going to try to make my plates work in and out using the Teflon. If it doesn't work, then I won't wear it. I'll just make a statue. But I'm going to do everything in my power to make this thing where I can wear it. And I've gotten the arms pretty much all centered in. I don't have the rings primed yet. And as you can see, it's looking pretty good all the way around. Everything's coming along really nice. The hard part for me now is just getting the time to do all of this stuff. But I do have the torso ring, and I do have the little belt thing that goes in the front. I got to make another one of those for the back. The tail fin is right here. So this is the tail that goes into the very back, and it's got the two areas where the screws screw into. So it's coming along nice. I'm printing right now. I'm starting to print the feet. The feet will be done, and then I'm going to start doing the socks, the legs coming straight up to the kneecaps. And the very last thing I'll do with them will be just gluing this part here that you can see the little track there. That'll slide right into it. So it's gonna probably be done printing and maybe priming and everything probably by November. And I still have a lot of electronic stuff to work on here, but I'd rather have all the stuff printed, so then it's just a great big model kit for me to put together. I've got probably 90% of the electronics already ready to go. I still have to do the LEDs underneath the Sachs valve rests, but I do got the motors and the Sachs valve working absolutely perfect every single time. Same thing with the spinners with the ring rotators. They are absolutely perfect. And the same thing with on top where the gyro spins and the chest box. All the electronics are diehard, so I'm not worried about the electronics. The talking of them is working great every single time. I've sent videos to people who really want to see him talk so they can look close. People still tell me it looks just like neon. I'm trying to get the neon effect. And then you get some people who are like, well, I'm going to be diehard and I'm going to use neon. More power to you guys. I mean, I'm not the kind of a builder that takes offense to anything. If you can do it better than me, great. If there's a question I have for you, I will ask you, great. This is not an ego trip. This is something I've always wanted to have. And as you can see, you know, I've got all these things in this prop room that are absolutely wonderful. And I'm extremely happy with all of this stuff. I can't complain. And I have to tell you, you know, I walk out here sometimes and I look around and I'm just like, I can't believe that I have all of this stuff. I mean, this brings memories from my childhood, my teenage years, everything. I'm just ecstatically happy with all of this stuff. And I hope that you guys do the same thing, you know. And again, if you guys need any help with anything, I don't have any problem. There's no person behind the curtain doing all this stuff. I have no problem helping people. You want measurements, I'll give you measurements. You want material lists, I'll give you a material list. I have no problem helping people. Okay, so end of video. Happy printing, and hopefully the next one I do for this specific subject will be showing you how these slide in and out on a Teflon strip. But we'll see what happens. Now, one more thing. I'm not using a Lazy Susan to turn the head or to turn the waist. I'm going to use Teflon strips again. I did find the Teflon. They come in like tape. They have adhesive on the back of them. And when you put Teflon against Teflon, oh, dude, it's so smooth, you can't believe it. And when I watched the making of Robbie, I have a video of it that's, I think it's pretty old, but I was watching it the other day. They actually have their Lazy Susan cocked up onto the side so his head spins around on the side, just like I'm putting the Teflon strips in. So I don't think I'm going to have any problem with any kind of resistance or abrasiveness or anything, as long as I keep them clean. That's the most important part, just keep them clean. So when I do some experimenting with turning the head and the torso with the Teflon strips, I'll post that video too, okay? All right, everybody, end of video. Happy printing.